This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout, freebets.com. Delighted to be joined with Leigh Wood here at the Ben Davison Performance Centre. A media day for your mate Jordan Gill, taking on Zelfa Barrett. Looking forward to that fight on April 13th?
Yeah, of course. It's a hard fight, but he's prepared for a hard fight. He's looking good, looking the best I've seen him, physically and mentally. You're right. Looking forward to it.
What do you think it is about Jordan now that he has turned this corner in a sense, and I suppose one fight has really changed his career, you know, especially the trajectory of it, shows sort of, I suppose, what do you think it is that sort of changed the mentality for him?
It's the way they operate down here, with Ben and Barry and Leigh, and it's so clear what you need to do. I'm not going to go into too much. I keep saying, you know, they're one of the best, if not the best team in the world, and bit by bit, that statement I've made it a few years ago is pretty much becoming reality now. People are starting to believe it. Obviously, they work with a lot of high-profile fighters like Devin Haney, and now AJ's in the gym. They've got more fighters on the way. Even top fighters are trying to get in, but they've got not got a lot of time. So it's down to the team. They're different level.
I was going to say, do you feel like now it is starting to get the credit it deserves? You know, you said it all this year ago, but I suppose not in a disrespectful way, but obviously it's taken yourself and AJ and the successes that they've had to really, I suppose, the whole setup to get the respect it deserves.
Yeah, and it's more like people, you can say what you want, but people might believe it, might not, but the results speak for themselves. When you start getting them results, then people start to take notice, and that's what's happening. They start to get the results, and the lads are performing well, looking good, the best have looked. Then people start to look around and think, well, are they performing so good? What's changed? And then to look back to the team.
And when it comes to like the video analysis side of things, especially someone like Wylie, who was chatting to Jordan then about a guy who's not boxed before but can break down the game so well, how much of a benefit do you feel like that is for your career when you can sort of notice patterns and notice differences with everything? It's
vital. It's one of the most important things on our team is having that video analysis. And Leigh Wood does all the hard work. He goes through hours and hours and hours of footage to break it down and come up with the plan, and then they have to dumb it down for you and explain it to you, and without complicating it too much. Ben will drill it with you, and that's how the whole team clicks together. Like, for example, without Leigh, things won't work great. Obviously, without Ben and Leigh, they view boxing the same. Yeah. So then they work together. It's a team effort, and you need to have the right fighters, the right attitude to pick that up and implement it as well. So if you look at AJ, you know, great attitude towards training and to learning, and the trust in the team, and that's what Jordan's got as well, and that's why Jordan's doing so well.
Absolutely, and I suppose we'll move on to topics regarding yourself. I suppose as far as 2023 went, you've been a bit inactive recently. Your last fight in October. It's been about 6 months since then now, but looking back on 2023, an amazing year for yourself. Started off with disappointment, but ended emphatically. To see it get rewarded as well must be a lovely feeling for yourself to see how far you've came.
Yeah. So having this little brief spell of not being active actually feels like double, because of the year that I had last year being so busy. It was literally like camp to fight. I even managed to squeeze a stag do in last year before the Warrington fight, and it was literally, my whole year was a blur because there's one thing after another, you know, literally going from camp to fight to like a week rest crammed in, then back into camp, and then but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being busy, and I felt really good being busy. I'd like to get a fight nailed down and secured, so I've got something to train for sooner rather than later within the next 10 to 12 weeks, hopefully.
I was going to say, like, is that a difficult thing for yourself where you haven't really got so there's a potential opponent in mind, but no necessarily date or goal to aim for?
Yeah, a little bit. I think that it's not that I haven't got anything to aim for, because I'm always in the gym, I'm always training. Obviously down here today, and every week just improving and working on things. But the main thing for me is, if this is my last year of fighting, which it's 99% is, may even be my last fight or fight, so having that that finish line getting closer, and I feel like every day's going by, every week's going by, with nothing lined up. It's like, I'm wasting these last days, I'm wasting my last months, I'm wasting my last year of boxing, not boxing. So that's the most frustrating thing.
Do you feel like you have started to, you've learned now as it comes towards the end of the career, you have started to appreciate everything a little bit more, like the great nights that you have had, I suppose, obviously towards more the back end of your career, but that's when you've really started to appreciate everything that is around you?
Yeah, of course. And this is why I don't really want to fight away if I can help it, because it could be my next fight, could be my last fight. I'm not saying it definitely is, but it could be 2, could be 3, hopefully in the City Ground finish, but I might not get that far. So if my next fight is my last fight and I fight away, not in front of my own fans, I feel like, that was my last one, but I'm not going to get to experience walking out in my own city again in front of my own fans and the roar and the Mullican tyre and my ring walk and enjoy it. That's why ideally I'd like to go back to Nottingham for my next fight, regardless of who it is. I want to be in my own city, my own arena, in front of my own fans, and hear that roar.
And obviously you said yesterday about not being in contract with Matchroom anymore. Obviously you did say that you wanted to finish your career with them. What is the current situation there and the reason for, I suppose, no extension as of yet? Yeah,
so for my last fight, obviously the City Ground kept being promised, not so much by Matchroom, but it kept saying we'll do it next. Things didn't line up because of either the football season or the opponent or whatever obstacle it was in the way. It didn't happen, and I thought it was going to happen after the Zhu fight. Maybe my profile wasn't really big enough, but the Conlon fight was a big fight. I thought, right, it's got to happen after that. And then obviously Laura Warren went back to the arena, then the rematch went to Manchester, and I thought, right, Warrington fight, perfect, City Ground. Time of year didn't line up for me, so in my head I was thinking, right, in my contract I'm going to put in there, no matter what happens, if I win this fight I'm going to the City Ground, and if you can't deliver it for me, then basically you're going to have to let me go and let me try look at other avenues to try and get it done. Obviously I won the fight, and then the fight could have got me, nothing to do with Matchroom. Matchroom did everything they could do. I think there's a few things happening with the club that didn't help us. That took my spot a little bit, and the timing and stuff, but they've got a new commercial director in at Forest. I've been speaking to him, very keen to do the fight. He's got experience with doing the Josh Warrington fight in Leeds, so he knows what he's doing, he knows the process to go through to get it done. So it could happen next year. But like you just said, I'm a free agent at the minute. I'd like to finish my career with Matchroom, because I pretty much started with Matchroom, like my title fights and that. Got a good relationship with them, so hopefully we'll be talking soon and try to get something nailed down. But whoever I sign with, if it's not Matchroom or if it is, I'd like to get a plan in place and penciled in for the City Ground next year. I don't know if I'm going to get there. I don't know if I am or I'm not. I'm not going to say it's fight by fight. I've got to be smart, and I don't want to finish boxing taking too many punches. But we'll take it fight by fight, and if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But yeah, that's my plan. That's what I want to do, and hopefully next is back at my stomping ground in Nottingham.
Would there be a void in your, say you did call it a day and you had one more fight, call it a day, weren't at the City Ground, would there be a void that would eat away at you, the fact that you didn't ever get to get that fight?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, because I feel like I've earned it. I feel like I've done everything I needed to do to get it. The timing may not be nice if it don't happen, but on the same breath, one day maybe I might train someone or manage someone or coach someone that does get the opportunity, and I can experience it from a different point of view.
Well, I suppose we'll get into what could be next. Was actually the Josh Warrington rematch is something that has been heavily discussed. Pre-fight, you was pretty respectful to each other. I'd say you're a lot of mutual respect. Post-fight, it hasn't. I suppose it's still edges of respect, but Warrington seems a little better. But I suppose, yeah, go on. I'll let you take it.
It's just gone off like a knob. I think. From my point of view, I feel like he's only been respectful on the build-up because he thought he was going to win. So it's all right being respectful when you win or when you think you're going to win, then you don't, and it's a bit of a shock, and then you be a prick. You shouldn't be like that. Respect is, no matter what happens, whether they win, lose, or draw, like the respect should be there, and it's not been there. After the fight, it's come up with some right fucking statements and comments. It's just like, what a dick. I don't know how he has the audacity to say some of the things he said when I pretty much knocked him out flat on his back, and then he's been posting things about me, like funny photos and stuff. I just think, like, how could I won't be able to do it if someone flattered me? I won't be able to post things like that. But yeah, it's just been a knob, and there's genuine need up there now, and I'd love to knock him out again.
I was going to say, like, he mentioned there the rematch of you having Floyd in an interview with us in Boxing Social. He mentioned you having Floyd Mayweather type demands. I mean, what's he sort of insinuating there?
He's saying that I'm asking for Floyd Mayweather money. No, it's the opposite way around, actually. So if I have X amount for the first fight, what should really happen is they should take money off him and then put it on top of mine, because I won the first fight. You know, if you ask the general public and go, right, the winner of that fight, do you think they should get paid in a rematch, more or less? Well, what do you think? What do you think the winner should get, more or less, for the rematch?
Well, you'd think more, wouldn't you?
Yeah, more. I'm not asking for stupid money. Less than 10% maybe. Or even, to be honest, if I was in my own city, I'd probably ask for the same. I'd probably fight for the same. But we can talk about it. And he thinks I'm demanding crazy money. I'm not. I think he's been unrealistic of what he's asking for, coming off another loss. And I can't even remember when the last time he won a fight.
I'm going to say, like, do you feel like, do you feel like he still feels bitter about the stoppage and everything that else went into it as well?
Yeah, I've just done this interview with Matchroom, and I feel like there's some of the things, there's a few things that he cannot take. He just can't live with. One of them being, I'm the first British fighter to beat him and knocked him out, put him on his back. That must eat away at him, must kill him. The fact that his gym mate Reece Moore lasted longer than him, that must absolutely kill him. Yeah, I just don't think he can take it, and he can't deal with it, and it's fine. Yeah, all right. If you can't. Great. You know, he wants the opportunity to put it right. In his words, put it right. But I'll do it a lot quicker this time, without a shadow of a doubt.
I was going to say the rematch must mean more for you now. And would you say, I suppose, from everything that's happened to it, is personal?
Yeah, it's even more than Needle. Like, there is genuine Needle, but it's more than that. I actually dislike him incredibly. He's a dick. And there's no one else I want to punch more than him at the minute.
Well, I suppose, just as we do close this off, we've got a message to Josh Warrington, I guess.
Yeah, get off socials, stop making videos, stop blogging, get in the gym, because you're going to hurt. That's it.
Leigh Wood, always a pleasure chatting to you. Appreciate it, mate. And yeah, hopefully you'll get that big rematch and hopefully a sit ground as well, mate. Top man. Thank you, mate. Cheers, mate. Thank you.